Drew Eubanks and Dario Saric will jump at center, and we are underway. Sean Elliott, our entire crew, I'm Dan Weiss. Thanks for joining us here today on a special day. Sean Elliott, our entire crew, I'm Dan Weiss. Thanks for joining us here today on a special day on Bally Sports. Bridges brings down the rebound as he gives to Jay Crowder. Suns up 7. Devin Booker off to a hot start with 5, and his 3 rattles out. Drew Eubanks the rebound.
You dodge one there.
His 3 rattles out. Drew Eubanks the rebound.
You dodge one there. He's working off the screen, and our guys have to be up a little bit more to better help out when Devin Booker gets the ball.
Lonnie Walker, no. Eubanks the save, but he bounces it right to Crowder.
And our guys have to be up a little bit more to better help out when Devin Booker gets the ball.
Lonnie Walker, no. Eubanks the save, but he bounces it right to Crowder. And here's Chris Paul in transition. Crowder, extra pass. Bridges, open 3.
Walker, a good young explosive placer in his 3rd year. We take a look at how the Suns are built to succeed, brought to you by Rocket Mortgage.
10 on the shot clock as he dances on Keldon Johnson, and Eubanks with the rebound.
Solid defense there by Keldon, not to go for any of the subtle fakes. Little ball fakes, swings his arms right through Saric.
I was watching an interview that Tim gave yesterday to Rachel Nichols, and Rachel asked him, well, what was Pop's biggest evolution through the years? And he finally texted. He wasn't texting a lot back in the early days, but the last couple of years, he finally got him on text.
That's all of us old people.
Wendary Weatherspoon brings it the other way. Spurs showing a little spunk here. And Eubanks called for the offensive foul. Wendary Weatherspoon brings it the other way. Spurs showing a little spunk here. And Eubanks called for the offensive foul.
And you look at a guy who wore a Suns uniform for a cup of coffee. Is Dario inside, can't get the roll, but Mike James has bounced around. He has been all in.
I was going to say, you know, video game culture is so popular right now with the players of this era, but I don't think people realize how popular it was back in your day either. Is uncertain at this point. In fact, the only 2 seeds, Sean, that have been technically clinched coming into today are the Spurs at number 10 in the West play-in and the Celtics at number 7 in the East play-in.
Is that right? I got my legs back. They were fresh. I was ready to go.
I guess the question, Sean, is Coach Pop's going to be back tomorrow, we understand. Do any of those guys play tomorrow? And the Lakers are 16 seconds away from beating the Indiana Pacers 118-113. And that would mean that the Trailblazers need to win 6th spot, and the Trailblazers go back to 7.
But if you're the Lakers and you've had LeBron James out this whole time, Anthony Davis is starting to round back into form. But LeBron James has been sidelined for a long time. Do you want to take on the Clippers in the 1st round?
Well, that was why the Clippers lost last night against the Houston Rockets. And what their health protocols are, as Eubanks knocks down the jumper.
There you go, Drew. Gets Saric to back up, gives him enough space to get that shot off.
Eubanks, 7 points, 7 rebounds. Bridges inside, can't finish the layup.
The Suns getting ready. They're sharpening their knives, getting ready for the playoffs. Monty just wanted to make sure his guys were still mentally focused, and they come out of that timeout and execute perfectly. It's Drew Eubanks sneaks in there. The Suns getting ready. They're sharpening their knives, getting ready for the playoffs. Monty just wanted to make sure his guys were still mentally focused, and they come out of that timeout and execute perfectly. It's Drew Eubanks sneaks in there.
We mentioned before that the Lakers beat the Pacers, but the Hornets also lost today in overtime to New York. The Wizards play the Hornets tomorrow. The Wizards, Hornets, and Pacers are all tied. So the winner of Wizards Hornets will get the number 8 seed. Sneaking in with that late run, now have an opportunity to finish 8th for a chance to get into the playoffs.
Wow. I'm sure they're wishing there was no play-in game. We saw that performance that he put on against our guys, so anything's possible when he's on the floor.
And Drew Eubanks. Paul Pierce, also potentially part of that 2021 class. That will be announced tomorrow by the Hall.
The Iceman, I know there were lots of great players, but George, put the franchise on the map. He really did. He was the reason I was a Spurs fan way back in the day.
He's going to go over to the platform, I guess, not the floor. Do a little ceremony in advance.
You have a chance to win close to 60 games. So it's an amazing feat to what the Suns have done this year.
You're now going to tell everybody your true feelings about Tim Duncan that we've discovered here on this telecast.
Now that I know he hustled me, oh boy.
I can't imagine what that is like for a player.
Yeah. Every possession counts. I mean, it's just, you know, in a game where each team might have close to 100 possessions.
It's in The Athletic. We get a chance to read it about, you know, not only Tim's days at Wake Forest, but even before that when he was, you know, playing high school in St. Croix in the Virgin Islands.